Hey guys, oSgtKickAss here and welcome to this video. We're back again with another ERB reaction. Today we are doing Deadpool versus Boba Fett. A big fan of both franchises, love the Deadpool movies, big fan of Star Wars. Obviously Boba Fett's not the biggest character, but he is cool. So yeah, if you do enjoy the video, hit like, subscribe and let's get straight into it.
Deadpool versus
Oh, is it me? Well, here's my first issue. I barely even know enough about you to
So yeah, Deadpool there, obviously he's injected his personality. Oh, is it me? I didn't even realise. So bit of personality there from Deadpool stuff. Here's my first issue. So obviously he's a comic book character. So a first issue of his comic book, first verse. So he's saying first issue. So obviously he'll have a second and possibly third. But yeah, so he's like my first issue. He's using the comic book line there, and he's also got a bit of personality. And I barely even know enough about you to diss you. As I did say, Boba Fett's he's more of a minor character in Star Wars. He doesn't really speak. He's just he's just that mercenary that's there. He doesn't really do a lot. He's not a major character compared to like the Vaders, Luke, everyone like that. So he's like, I barely even know you because you're so irrelevant to your franchise. It's going to be hard to diss you.
Well, here's my first issue. I barely even know enough about you to diss. But you guys honestly think that I would screw this feud up and lose to the dude a huge cootie.
So there we go, we get the typical Deadpool breaking the fourth wall there, speaking to the audience. He knows he's a comic book. That is Deadpool's style. He's very much, it's like a very self-aware, so he's breaking the fourth wall there, talking to us as the audience, as a comic book character. And do you really think I'd screw this up? So he's basically saying Boba Fett's so irrelevant and I'm so good that I'm not going to screw this up, and that you really think I could lose to someone that a huge toothy coochie chewed up. So obviously he dies to the Sarlacc in is it episode 6? He gets eaten by the Sarlacc when Jabba's trying to assassinate Han and Luke, and yeah, he just his jetpack malfunctions and he actually falls into the Sarlacc, and yeah, it does look like a giant vagina or coochie in the sand, and it's got loads of teeth. So he's basically saying you lost a big vagina with teeth, and well, Deadpool's basically invincible because he's got healing, like regenerative powers, hasn't he? So he's like, you really think I could lose to this guy who's such a loser? He lost like he died to a huge toothy coochie.
That I would screw this feud up and lose to the dude a huge toothy coochie. I do damage when I brandish my katanas, man. I'll slice you up and vanish in my ladybug pajamas.
So yeah, he's just saying yeah. So he obviously uses his katanas. He's obviously could use more weapons, but he'll slice him up with his katanas and then disappear in his ladybug pajamas. So obviously you can see there he likes his black and his red suit, and he does look a little bit like a ladybird. So he's going, even though like he's making fun of himself, but he's also saying that I'm gonna, like, I don't care, I'm gonna kill you and then disappear dressed as a ladybug, mate. Like, you're gonna be this sick mercenary and I'm just gonna kill you with katanas and disappear looking like a ladybird. Oh wow, that's good. So obviously he's saying he's one of a kind. Obviously he had cancer and he got made into one of his own kind, and then you're a Xerox of your papa. So that's a photocopier. So because obviously Jango Fett is the original, and all the clones are born from, and Boba is one of them that obviously kept for like and raised himself rather than being aged up quick for war. He's saying you're just a copy of my dad. So you're just a copy of your dad. You're just a clone, like a photocopy. So he's basically saying you're just a copy of your dad, whereas I'm special. I'm one of a kind. You're not special at all. You're just a copy of a copy of someone. So yeah, obviously he does. He works sort of temporary for Vader, and when Vader doesn't need him, he goes and does jobs for Jabba. So like trying to like retrieving Han Solo and stuff like that. So he's basically just saying you're like his dad did. you're not special. You're just doing temp jobs for Jabba and Vader. Whereas I'm like, I could do what I want. I don't have to do little jobs for people. So like, I could just do whatever I want. I'm a superhero. So very good, very good. So yeah, Deadpool there obviously talking about how his costume's like skin fit, and obviously you can like he's got his abs and stuff, but it's like tight to his body, whereas like Boba's obviously got the armor, so it's like heavy and flat, and it's like the flaps of like things. So he's saying, I'm so toned that you can see my abs and stuff, whereas you have to wear all this armor and stuff to like cover your body because you're disappointed with how you look. So he's basically taking a bit of a dig at him there, saying, "Are you overweight? Is that why you're wearing the armor instead of like a tight suit like me?" I just noticed as well there he's doing like the Elvis. So when he's talking about the clone, Boba being a clone, like Elvis impersonates people. Boba's just impersonating his father. So that's very good there. So yeah, obviously Samuel Jackson, who played Mace Windu in Star Wars, in episode 2, he decapitates Jango Fett, who's Boba's father. So he's like, you're just mad because your clone daddy got killed by Samuel Jackson. But yeah, he's not a big fan of Mace Windu, but yeah, no one likes Boba. Jango, Boba's so much better. So there we go. Good line. Also there, I just thought that's why he's chasing down the Resistance and the Jedis, because Samuel Jackson's character Mace Windu was a Jedi who killed his father, so he's obviously going to be against them. Let's go back to that then. That's a very good line. So someone will put bounty on that cape because it's obviously like he doesn't like the cape, it's a bit thing, he's saying it's dirty and stuff, but he's also referring to the dirtiness. You need to put a bounty on that cape, so obviously there's the paper towel company Bounty. So he's saying someone needs to put a bounty on that cape to sort of like clean it, but also he's a bounty hunter, so someone needs to put a bounty on him to kill him, basically. Very good. So that's the perfect pause, actually. Maybe I'll write a letter and mail it to your face. So when people complain about his cape being so dirty and stuff, yeah, maybe I'll write a letter and then I'll mail it to your face. So he's obviously saying in your face. But also, if you look at his helmet there's a slight little slit at the top just for the eyes so you can see. Looks a bit like a mailbox, a green mailbox. So he's saying, maybe I'll write a letter and I'll have to mail it. So I'll mail it to your face. So I'll write the complaint and give it to him. But also taking the mick out of his helmet, and that's very, very good there. Very good double there. So yeah, there we go. It's good. The Slave One. That's his ship. He stole it from Jango, his father. Obviously, it's his father, so he probably was owed it. But yeah, good job on keep Tums because you make me space sick. He has a spaceship, so instead of seasick, it makes me space sick. Your style, your raps, your far. So I need these Tums because they'll relax my acid. They'll stop me making me feel nauseous. That your rhymes make me feel. Nice little line there. Nice line. So yeah, Deadpool's a big friends with Cable. Well, Cable's in the Deadpool movies. Yeah. So obviously, Cable is in the Deadpool movies, and it's like cable TV in America is like the basic. You get basic cable. So he's basically saying, your style's so fucking basic. It's like Cable. So he's saying your style's like Cable, who you obviously don't like. So it's just fucking basic. Very, very good. Basic rhymes, basic bitch. Nice. The Slave One, 'cause your style makes me space sick. And your bars like your old pal Cable, fucking basic. I'll smack a mark in the mouth if he doesn't quit running that lip off. So yeah, obviously, he's saying I'll slap a merc in his mouth if you don't keep running his lip off. Deadpool's known for just over talking and just not stopping talking. He just keeps going on and on and on and on. So he's like, why are you... I'm going to just fucking slap you if you keep talking. I'm in control here. Very good, very good.
Yo, pal, keep fucking basic. I'll smack a mark in the mouth if he doesn't quit running that lip off. Bitch, you call me clone, you're a death stroke. Spider-Man.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, we go back to this line here. So, you're a Deathstroke rip-off, this one. So, yes, so Deathstroke was actually created before Deadpool, and he has, obviously the name's very similar, Deathstroke, Deadpool, very similar. The outfits are pretty much identical. I'll put one on screen now. They're basically identical, and also he has the exact same powers. He basically is just Deathstroke. So Boba's coming back here. He's like, you called me a clone because I came from my father. I'm like a clone of my father. You copied Deathstroke. You're a Deathstroke rip-off. You stole his powers. You stole his like things. You're just him. Like, you can't come at me for being a clone when you're a rip-off of another comic book character. Very, very good there. Let's just finish that there. So yeah, obviously the eyes, the black eyes like Spider-Man, very good on the red suit. Snake Eyes' his weapons, he's known for using the katanas, so he's a ninja weaponry, so you stole his eyes, his weapons. Wolverine's powers, they've both got powers of regeneration, so he's very good here, he's very pulling up on your comic sloppy seconds, he's saying. So he's basically saying, like, if you have sloppy seconds, everyone knows what that is. If, like, you sleep with someone after your mate or someone you know sleeps with, you got their sloppy seconds, mate. So it's like, you got your comic sloppy seconds. Everything you have is just from them. Like, you're just ripping them off. You're just a sloppy seconds from them. You're nothing original, like you tried to claim you were, because he said, I'm one of a kind. But they're just saying, you just stole everyone else's powers. You're not one of a kind. You're not special. You're just a clone like me. Very good. Yes, so Dr. Kilbrew, he's the one who gave Deadpool his thing. Obviously, he had the cancer, he did the treatment on him, and he turned him into a superhero. So he's like, he was so unsuccessful, he needs to go back to med school because he's just messed you up.
Cause right now, you're no good to me, Deadpool.
Very good. So obviously Boba Fett in the Star Wars movies, he says, you're no good to me, dead, to Han Solo, because he wants to be, like, Jabba wants him alive. So it's like, you're no good to me, dead. Deadpool's his name. So he's bringing in one of his own lines and just adding Deadpool into it. Very nice, very nice. Good line, good line. Very good verse from Boba as well. Hit back on what everything Deadpool threw and Boba hit back.
You're no good to me, Deadpool.
What's that? A missile backpack? Well, I guess you'll be right if a fucking bird.
That's so good. So yeah, obviously Boba has his jetpack and he's got that missile on it. And it's like, what's a missile and a backpack gonna do? Like, yeah, if a bird attacks, we'll be fine. Oh, be able to fire at the sky. That's very good. But so yeah, he's just taking the piss out of him. He's like, a missile backpack. So he's not even calling it a jetpack. He's like, it just looks like a backpack, mate, and it's got a rocket on it. What's the point of that? You're gonna attack a bird if it attacks. Could also be a slight link to Angry Birds, where Boba Fett is in the Angry Birds Star Wars with his backpack. You have to get him or something, and then you can play as his bird or something. I know he was in the Angry Birds, so it could be like to the birds there, but like he's like, a bird's like, what we're gonna do, attack a bird, like they're no threat. Very, very, very good there from Deadpool, and injected his personality with a little bird action as well.
A missile backpack? Well, I guess you'll be right if a fucking bird attacks. We're getting the most overrated character anyone ever saw.
There we go. So now we're getting some more of Deadpool's characters. Obviously, we know he likes different characters. He plays characters all the time. Now he's doing a presented. Oh, the most rated, like the other American, the most overrated character anyone ever saw. Like, they're really bigging him up, and then like it's Boba Fett, because he's loved by Star Wars fans. It is very strange that he is. I mean, they made 3 Lego heads, and it was Darth Vader's helmet, his helmet, and I think just a Stormtrooper one. And it's like, Boba Fett's barely a character in it. He's a very minor character, and it's like, he's so loved by the fan base, and it's like, it doesn't really make sense because he's not that much of a character, and then he dies to a missile, like a backpack malfunction, not a missile backpack, a jetpack malfunction. Oh god, he's got me slagging him off here.
We're right at the fucking bird attack. Presenting the most overrated character anyone ever saw with 5 lines in the trilogy. One of them was...
Yeah, so like I said, he's a very minor character in the movies. Boba Fett is. I mean, he had 5 lines in the trilogy, so, and one of them was "ah." So that's actually a very good double there. So in the he's not just talking one trilogy, he's talking 2 trilogies. So obviously the original trilogy is the Star Wars one. That's the one most people will get the line to because he only speaks 5 lines, and then his last line is "ah" as he falls into the Sarlacc. It was recorded with the actor, but they then later replaced it with the Windhelm screen. But ERB were very clever here because when they did the third like epic rap battles of history, Darth Vader versus Hitler, Boba Fett makes a cameo, played by the same person I believe, but he's basically saying that, but in that he only had 5 lines as well. ERB were very clever when they wrote that, and then his last line in that is "R" as well because he gets shot. So it's very clever there that they've done that, and they maybe had this battle in mind, but yeah, he has 5 lines in that trilogy, he has 5 lines in that trilogy. So he's basically saying, you're so irrelevant, you only have 5 lines, and like you're not a major character at all, whereas I am. So very good.
character anyone ever saw with 5 lines in the trilogy. One of them was...
I need 5 lines, cause I look fucking great.
It's good. Yeah, Boba basically saying, it doesn't matter how many lines I have, I look fucking sick. And you've got to admit, the Mandalorian armour is very cool. Everyone loves Boba's armour. But yeah, he's just basically saying, I'm a fucking sick ass looking mercenary. I only need 5 lines. I'm intimidating enough. I don't need to speak.
Lines in the trilogy. One of them was...
I need 5 lines, cause I look fucking great. You look like someone spilled lasagna on your face.
So yeah, obviously, if you've seen the Deadpool movies, I assume you will have. When he takes his mask off after he's had all the treatment and stuff, he takes his thing off, and his face is all burnt and things because of the treatment and the stuff he had with his cancer. So he does look like, yeah, I mean, lasagna's hot. If you spit on your face and it burnt it all up, like the hot sauce and stuff. So saying, I look fucking great, and you just look like someone's put lasagna on your face, mate.
5 lines, cause I look fucking great. You look like someone spilled lasagna on your face. But you're worth a lot to me. If I bring you back dead, schizophrenics pay triple. 1 for each.
Oh, yes. So this comes back to what I was saying earlier. So he's saying schizophrenics pay triple. So they're going to pay more for schizophrenics because they're multiple people, 1 for each head. And Deadpool has many personalities. Like I've said, he speaks in his head. He's got all these characters he comes off. He's got very many personalities because of his brain and all the problems he had. He's got so many personalities, and Boba's saying, you're worth a lot to me if I bring you back dead, because obviously he can't kill Deadpool. Deadpool's got regeneration. I mean, they chop his head off in the movies and he grows it back. So he's like, schizophrenic with triple 1 for each head. Very good. So because of all his personalities, he's got schizophrenic.
Who are you calling schizophrenic? You got 2 different voices.
Very good, very good. So yeah, who you calling schizophrenic? You got 2 different voices. So obviously Boba's been voiced by 2 different people. Obviously Django voiced him originally, and then he was also voiced by New Zealand person after that. So it's like you've got 2 different voices, and you're calling me schizophrenic. So you can't come at me for this when you're voiced by 2 different characters. At least I'm consistently voiced by 1 character.
Lasagna on your face, but you're worth a lot to me. If I bring you back dead, schizophrenics pay triple. 1 for each head.
Who are you calling schizophrenic? You got 2 different voices. You're like your holiday special, man. Full of bad choices.
So yeah, I mean, George Lucas has come out and said that the holiday special was a mistake and it was awful. So he's like, you're just like the holiday special. You're full of bad choices, mate. So it's just nice little dig in there.
You're like your holiday special, man. Full of bad
You
choices.
think your chimichanga's hot, but you couldn't be mild.
Yeah, so he's basically obviously Deadpool says chimichanga is like one of his favourite words. So he's saying you think your chimichanga, like your bars, are hot, but they could be milder, mate. You're not spitting any flame, you're not spitting any fire. So you think you've got all these hot rhymes, but you couldn't be that. You could be a worse like bar. Yeah.
Special man, full of bad choices.
Your chimichanga's hot, but you couldn't be mild. You should have made the choice to ditch the prick from Van Wild.
So yeah, obviously he's just saying obviously they should have ditched Ryan Reynolds as the actor, but I think Ryan Reynolds pulled off the role great, very good actor. But yeah, they're basically saying you should have ditched the prick from Van Wilder, another movie he's in. So yeah, he's just saying you should have just recast him because he's so bad that he should have been recast.
But you couldn't be mild. You should have made the choice to ditch the prick from Van Wild.
So yeah, obviously Star Wars now, he's hitting back at him. Star Wars like basically rubbished, like Disney's rubbished the Star Wars extended universe, like when they bought it, which was all of Boba Fett's backstory really, like everything he had. So it's like all the cool things about him, they just got fucked. They like everything that was good about you is just gone now. So yeah, like I said, obviously he was revoiced by another character. It's saying he fucked up your canon. Like, why is it? It makes no sense. You've got a different voice when all the other clones have one voice. So he's fucked up your canon, and like the New Zealand voice actor, and hold my gun. He'll hold your gun, and he fucked up your cannon. Obviously, he's like a cannon-like gun. So yeah, very very good line there.
You couldn't be mild. You should have made the choice to ditch the prick from Van Wild.
So obviously there's the arm dart that can take down Jar Jar, and he's saying take him and go far far away. Obviously Star Wars starts a long time ago in a galaxy far far away, so he's referencing that. He's like, you just fuck off as far as possible, mate, because you're like, I don't want you nearby, but take Jar Jar. Jar Jar's hated, so he's like, take Jar Jar, go far far away, mate, because no one likes you.
Don't talk about movies, cause you got dick to say.
Boba Fetty Wap. So yeah, obviously he's like, I could get your thing with one eye closed. Boba Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap, obviously, he has that condition. Is it glaucoma? So he like basically one of the eyes closed. He's saying, I'll kill you with one eye closed, Boba Fetty Wap. So he's relating the Fett to the Fetty Wap, Boba Fetty Wap. Very good there, linking them together. And he's like, I could kill you one eye closed. And he's just kind of a trend. He's just like, you're just a trend for now, but I'm a cool ass mercenary. I'm going to be out of it forever. But your character, you're just a trend. Because Deadpool did trend a lot when he first like was introduced to the movie MCU and stuff like that.
And then I'll call Domino. See, that's what I'm saying. She prefers my Duracell to your Canadian baby.
Oh, it wouldn't be ERB without a dick line, would it? So obviously Durasteel, he's basically saying, well, that's the durable steel. It's like the armor they have, but then obviously my durable steel to your Canadian bacon, which is floppy and stuff. So basically saying she wants my hard dick rather than your floppy Canadian bacon. Very, very good. That's a good little dig. Because Domino's there. Obviously, it's a pizza. They do Canadian bacon as a topping, but Domino is also a character that I believe it's in the Deadpool game. It's hinted at that he had a relationship with her in the past. So he's like, she prefers my Durasteel to your Canadian bacon. So that's very good. Very good.
That's what I'm saying. She prefers my Duracell to your Canadian bacon. I take a lesson from a genuine assassin who's blasting foes. I come equipped with a full set of sick Mandalorian flows.
There we go. Yes, obviously he's blasting all his foes. He's saying he's like on fire things. Take a lesson from me, who knows how to kill people. Mandalorian flows. His dad was a Mandalorian, so he's just few little lines there. Wow, yeah, so, go home and heal from this disintegration. I mean, is it is it Vader says to Boba in the things, no disintegrations this time, and that just makes that he like disintegrates it. So he's basically saying I've just disintegrated with you with my flow, whereas like yeah, I've disintegrated you. You have like you're like you need to go home and heal because obviously you've got the regeneration. So you're gonna have to go home, lick your wounds and come back thing because I've just disintegrated you essentially. Yeah, that was a very good battle there. Very good. I wouldn't say it's best, but it was very good. Some good digs from both sides. Let's get into who won. Yeah, guys. So for me, it's a very hard one to pick. Both of them had very hard lines. They both hit hard. They both always had rebuttals to what someone said about them as well. So it's like he got a Deadpool called Boba a copy, like a clone. You're a copy, and he went, "Well, you're a Deathstroke ripoff. You're exactly Deadpool." And these comic books just like seconds. So everything they threw at them, they had a rebuttal for. It was very good lines. I think I'm just going to edge it to Deadpool. I think he just had those few better lines. Boba did have some very good lines, but I think overall, Deadpool had the better lines. He had the more doubles, more triples, like double meanings and stuff. The rhymes, like lines, were better. He hit him a few times with each line. Boba really just, I mean, he went second, so he had to hit back and then try and fit in lines. But a lot of it was sort of, like I said, rebuttaling on what things said. Whereas Deadpool had a lot more lines dissing Boba. So yeah, for me it was Deadpool wins. But as always, guys, if you did enjoy, hit that like button, comment down below some lines I may have missed, or some future ERBs you want me to react to, or other videos you want me to react to. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and I'll see you next video. Peace.